Hey guys, so I haven't done one of these custom card videos in a while, and I'm gonna do Marvel again. Yeah, so keep in mind these aren't very balanced cards, these are more for fun and to display the character's abilities. I didn't try to balance them that much, but I didn't make them crazy overpowered. Alright, first up we have Madam Web, a 3 mana 1/1. Review your opponent's hand and discard the highest rarity card. The rarity is the little gem in the middle of the card, which is white, blue, purple, and orange, in that order. If it has no gem, that means it's white, which is common, rare, epic, legendary, yeah. This card is very good for showing your opponent's threats before they get a chance to play them. And you can build your strategy around that card, around those cards, and how to deal with them. Like for example, if the enemy has, I don't know, a Deathwing, you're gonna keep your Polymorph instead of using it on the 5/5, for example. In the comics, she is a psychic. That's why she can see your opponent's threats before they come. And she's kinda old, so not very strong with the stats. Yeah. Next up we have a pretty straightforward card, Taskmaster. 5 mana, 4/4 Battlecry, copy another minion's effect. If it's a Battlecry, it's gonna activate the Battlecry. If it's a Death Rattle, it's gonna activate the Death Rattle when it dies, and so on. In the comics, this is his power. He makes a series of calculations to copy the exact fighting style of your opponent, of his opponent actually. So yeah, that's it. Next up we have Gambit, 8 mana 5/5. Destroy every minion on the board with 5 or less health and discard cards equal to the number of the minion from your deck. This card is basically a board clear, but you know, in the comics, Gambit throws cards which are augmented and they explode and stuff. And those cards have to come from somewhere. Might as well be your deck. The next one is another Warlock card, because why not? Diamond Hailstorm, 10 mana for 12. Summon a random demon at the end of your turn. In the comics, he is Satan, so he gets demons. Yeah, moving on. Next up we have Kraven the Hunter. 5 mana 10/10. Summon a random beast for your enemy at the end of every turn. Which means when you end your turn, they're gonna get an alley cat or something. Then they're gonna get, I don't know, a Misha or something. So this card is crazily overpowered with the stats, but it can be very deadly. In the comics, he is a hunter. He likes to hunt, but he hunts heroes, not beasts. But close enough. Next card is a droid card, Beast, which is from X-Men, not like the tag Beast, he is also a beast. 6 mana 4/4. Choose one. Add 3 random spells to your hand on your next turn, or add 3 babbling books immediately. You can get the books if you want spells right now, but you have to spend mana to get them, and you get the 3 1/1 tokens in exchange. Or you can just get them good and ready next turn, the spells. And the reason why I use this effect is because Beast is a really smart character and he loves reading books. So adding spells kind of makes sense. Actually, in retrospect, it doesn't make that much sense, but who cares? Okay, the next card is Thor, 4 mana 3/4. Your hero power becomes Mjolnir while Thor is on the field. So the hero power allows you to equip a Mjolnir weapon, which is a 4/1 weapon that casts lightning bolt whenever you hit a minion. So if you hit face with the hammer, you're not gonna get the thunderbolt. You do get the 1 mana overload, which is kind of a drawback to the good effect. If this minion survives more than 1 turn, you're gonna get an infinite amount of weapons. In the comics, Thor uses lightning and Mjolnir to hit people, I guess. That's kind of his power. Yes, only he can lift the hammer, but why not? Might as well. This is one of the more fun cards, Squirrel Girl. 3 mana, 2/2, Battlecry, summon a 1/1 squirrel. Summon a 1/1 squirrel while this card is on the field at the start of every turn, even your opponent's turns. And this minion is immune while there are squirrels on the board. Her powers are basically to control squirrels. So while there are squirrels on the field, they can protect Squirrel Girl, which is not too great for stats considering her powers. Actually, this minion could be very strong if played right, with a little bit of luck. The Squirrel card is actually in the game. You can get it from Taskmaster. So yeah. Next up we have the Juggernaut. It's a 5 mana 4/7. This minion cannot attack, but once every turn it destroys a random minion. Not every turn, every odd turn. Every odd turn is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 3 and so on. The Juggernaut just needs 1 turn to get ready to attack. And the best part is he does not take damage. And one of my favorite cards on the list is Overkill, a 1 mana mage spell, which can only be played on turn 10 and after. This card deals 20 damage to every single minion and ends the turn immediately, meaning you can play as many secrets as you want and then play Overkill and then hope you survive. And the last 2 cards I have are actually a tag team, Nick Fury and the Shield Helicarrier. So Nick Fury is a 9 mana 1/1. When Shield is played, destroy all minions on the board on your side of the field. And Shield is a 1 mana 1/1 that can only be played if Nick is on the field, and you basically just fill the board with the cards I mentioned from the last video and this video. Yes, Nick Fury and Shield are destroyed, but you get 7 powerful minions, and let's face it, most of these minions are very powerful.